This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
NDTV sir, CM gare Ramana.
We are outside the Jubilee Hills residence of caretaker Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. We actually have to pass 3 rings of security before we can enter his house. Security was not this tight even a year ago. The assassination attempt on Mr. Naidu has changed all that. Now, 25 armed security personnel guard Mr. Naidu 24 hours a day. Like his father-in-law, late N.T. Ramarao, Mr. Naidu is also an early riser. Today is going to be yet another day of hectic campaigning. We will spend the day with Chandrababu Naidu to try and understand what he's up against as he seeks his 3rd successive term in office. This is Mr. Naidu's first stop for the day at the తెలుగుదేశం Party office, NTR Trust Bhavan. He is indulging in a rather unique exercise here. He is calling up people in different parts of Andhra Pradesh and asking them to use their Brahmastra. He wants them to come out and vote on polling day.
రాష్ట్రంలో ఎవరికి కూడా ఆ అదృష్టం లేదనే చెప్పవలసి వస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఎక్సెప్ట్ చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు తెలుగుదేశంలో మిగతా ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా నీతిమంతులని కానీ కార్యశూరత ఉన్నవాళ్ళు కానీ ఉన్నారని చెప్పి భావించడానికైతే వీల్లేదు.
అనుభూతిది నేను ఎక్కడ పోయినా పిల్లలు మైళ్ళు తరబడి పరిగెత్తా వస్తున్నారు.
ముస్లిం పిల్లలు తెలుగులో రాసింది సార్, తెలుగులో
చాలా మంది ముఖ్యంగా పిల్లలైతే వన్ సైడ్గా ఉన్నారు. నేను అందుకే చెప్పాను, ఎవరికైనా ఓట్టుకుంటే నేను క్యాంపెయిన్ అవసరం మీకే సార్. క్యాంపెయిన్ అవసరం. థ్యాంక్ యూ మా, థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఐ విష్ ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్. గుడ్ నైట్.
Mr. Naidu likes to keep his personal life away from the eyes of television cameras. In fact, unlike most other politicians, Mr. Naidu's family, his wife Bhuvaneshwari and son Lokesh, hardly ever make an appearance at any political gathering, leave alone an election campaign. The first floor of the house is Mr. Naidu's own personal space. It is only on this floor that visitors are allowed. You have, of course, had a lot of meetings since morning.
Yeah.
Every day is almost like this for you.
Routine.
Throat is gone.
Throat is not cooperating.
You are in 24 hours, I think you are speaking 22 hours, addressing people and hardly getting 2 hours of sleep. But how do you start your mornings, Mr. Naidu? How do you start your mornings? I mean, this is, you must have got up very early today also.
Yeah. No, this is the time I have to work very hard. Only hour is 3 to 4 hours I'm taking rest. Remaining hours I'm working very hard.
Do you at all find any time to eat
No,
with your
it's
family?
family, no, I don't have any time. But night I will spend morning few minutes, then I'm coming.
But your wife is very understanding.
Yeah,
She knows you have a mission, is it?
She is cooperating.
What is your own physical fitness mantra?
No, I'm doing my best. Generally, I will do some exercise every day, 45 minutes to 1 hour, some breathing, some meditation. Because of elections, I'm not doing anything. It's totally postponed. That is how I am
And
keeping
you-
fit.
And your diet also, you hardly eat anything. You
Yeah,
some
very-
dry fruits maybe once in a
Very
while.
simple food. Morning, routine, 1 or 2, 3 idli. Afternoon, some pulka. Night, only fruits. In between, if there is any necessity, some dry fruits.
Unlike most of the politicians who perhaps their family also comes out and campaigns for them, you keep your wife and son generally stay away from this kind of
Yeah.
this. Is that a deliberate thing, or they are not really interested in politics?
No, this is not correct approach. Total family is involved in politics. It is not correct. That's why always my family is, they are working differently. They are looking after industry. They will spend their time in some other activity. I am concentrating only on politics.
For your own sons, what are your plans? Do you leave it to him, or do you think he should be this, he should
No,
be
I
that,
am leaving
like any other father?
I wanted to make him good citizen. I am happy he is studying well. And at the same time, we are giving some guidance how to become good citizen. Sometimes I am talking to him. Totally, my missus is taking responsibility. I am very happy he will become good citizen.
You were so keen on bringing Formula 1 to Hyderabad for the development of, to Andhra Pradesh for the development of things. Your son, we are told, also designed your campaign vehicle. Is that a passion for vehicles that runs in the family?
No, all youngsters, they are all very much interested in automobile. That is the order of the day. But my interest is I want to promote tourism and also create employment generation. It is a high-profile activity. So I wanted to bring to Hyderabad.
Just one political question before you start off for the campaign tour. You have a very, very hectic tour. 9 years of anti-incumbency, and this is the first time that you're actually facing a combined opposition. All the opposition parties have come together so that they don't split the vote. How are you going to fare?
Always I am depending on people. I am doing my best for them. 9 years I have struggled. People understand me. And there are problems also. For 6 years, out of 6 years, 4 years drought. That is a big problem. Even during drought, I tried my level best. Generally, I consider people who will work for politicians who will work for people. Then they will realize always hard work will fetch. And also, if you work very hard and also if you give good governance, people will be with you. Because opposition party know very well they cannot defeat me. That's why they join together, including Naxalites. But I am totally confident all these things people will understand. They will be with me. They will vote for their future.
You are now going off to the Telangana districts, you're chopper flying, and then towards the evening when it is no longer possible to fly, you'll be taking the road and covering lots of campaign meetings. The Telangana area, what is the feeling that you get from the people? Telangana separate state issue has become very, very important in this particular election.
No, there is a backwardness. Nobody can deny it. And at the same time, people are having confidence in me. Recently, some politicians wanted to exploit the sentiments of Telangana people. By and large, people are aware what is happening in the state. Now, I am totally confident we will do better than last election.
It has been over 4 hours since Mr. Naidu returned from the Telugudesam party office. Today being the last day for withdrawal of nominations, Mr. Naidu has not minded his campaign schedule going haywire. He has been locked up, perhaps making telephone calls, talking to rebel candidates, trying to convince them to opt out of the electoral fray. Obviously, he does not want any of that to be recorded on our television camera. Naidu is not a great orator, but he is a forceful speaker. He is a star campaigner for the Telugu Desam. And where he cannot be, He's sending vehicles like these with digital projection monitors which will carry his message. 36 such vans are being sent to different districts of Andhra Pradesh, and each of them has a message specific for the district.
ఇంకా అదే మాదిరిగా మా యొక్క నాయకులు కూడా చూస్తే తప్పకుండా విజయం మీదే ముందుకు సాగిపోమని చిన్న పిల్లలు కూడా ఆశీర్వదించే పరిస్థితి వచ్చారంటే ఈ రోజు విజయం మరొకసారి పేరు మనస్ఫూర్తిగా అభినందిస్తూ తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ 15 వరకు
Is just taking off on his chopper to Gadwal in Mehboob Nagar district. He has been able to get only a two-seater, so we are unable to accompany him because his chief security officer is with him. After addressing campaign meetings in Mehboob Nagar and Medak district, Mr. Naidu will land in a short while at Ibrahimpatnam in Rangareddy district to address a meeting here.